but honestly, he's 147. That's the truth. He's 147, maybe even 154. 140 might come around, but maybe not.
After stopping Devin Haney at super lightweight, Ryan Garcia will now fight at welterweight, according to Henry Garcia. If he so chooses, Ryan may fight Terence Crawford at 154. In the interim, Terence Crawford is focused on being the undisputed champion at super welterweight. Here's what he had to say about confronting Garcia.
Do fight me, then that's 3 belts on the line. There's only one more to capture. So, potentially 3 fights, that's undisputed.
Although Ryan Garcia hasn't won a world title yet, he has some audacious ideas for his next fight. What did he say about competing at 147 pounds? At 154 pounds, what are Crawford's goals? Could Garcia challenge Crawford at 154? Stay tuned to find out in today's video. Ryan Garcia had been preparing for his profession for several months before his altercation with Devin in New York. At the time, Garcia boldly challenged former undisputed champion Terence Crawford to a bout. Although Crawford did not reply to King's challenge, the pound-for-pound champion made a suggestion that he would fight Garcia before his fight with Israil Madrimov. Crawford, who is moving up from welterweight, where he once held every title, stated in his most recent statements that he is determined to become the undisputed champion and dominate the 154-pound division. He has set 3 specific fights for this new weight class, but his immediate focus is on his upcoming fight against Israil Madrimov, whom he views as a formidable contender in the junior middleweight division. Crawford is looking forward to the fight and is grateful for the opportunity to host a major event such as the USA card for the Riyadh season. Crawford talks about how every fight at 154 brings him one step closer to reclaiming the title of undisputed champion. He is especially interested in facing Sebastian Fondor, the current WBC and WBO champion. Crawford's plan is to acquire these volumes, add them to his library, and create the conditions for a possible unification conflict.
I always sparred bigger guys. I never sparred guys my weight because I was always too strong or hitting too hard, and I never could get the work that I really needed, so.
Beyond his battle strategies, Crawford talked about his move to a heavier weight class, saying he feels strong and confident because he has always sparred with bigger opponents, which has prepared him for this move. Crawford isn't too worried about the adjustment because he believes his preparation and training routines will help him handle the transition smoothly. Crawford doesn't appear eager to take on Keir at 147 pounds, where the popular fighter is scheduled to make his professional debut following his stunning triumph over Devin Garcia, who lost out on a title at super lightweight because he was 3 PBS overweight. Crawford is fired up and ready to establish himself at a higher weight. In his explanation of the challenges of gaining weight, Nick Kingry stated, "I'm moving up. I'm not doing 140. I'm going 147. I'm not able to __140. I haven't even engaged in combat at 40 because my body can't physically descend below 143. It's not possible. I've attempted every method." He also mentioned his prospects at 154 pounds.
And I had a vision to fight Fondura at 154. I don't know why. I just feel like I could knock him out. I know that's really, really random, but I just feel like I could get a title at 154.
The best move Garcia could have made right now would have been to move to welterweight, where he would have the chance to win his first title. Winning a title at welterweight should be his top goal if he wants to fight some of the big names in the division, calling out guys like Crawford and Boots. Andis won't win the fights he wants. Additionally, Crawford's trainer, Brian B.A., laughed off Garcia's call out of Bud.
Brian did say, look, TC, we can run it. Would you guys ever entertain something like that? It'd be a shit ton of money.
That's a one-way fight, man. All money ain't good money. All right, baby.
In a recent interview, B.A.C. dismissed Ryan Garcia's challenge to Crawford, saying that the fight would be heavily one-sided in Crawford's favor. In the brief exchange, Biak stressed that not all opportunities are worthwhile, and while the fight could be financially lucrative, it might not be meaningful or beneficial for Crawford's career in the competitive sense. This suggests that Crawford should adhere to the adage that all money is not good money, and it highlights the need to be cautious when choosing opponents who offer substantive value and challenge rather than only financial incentives. Garcia's challenge to Terence Crawford may be viewed as a foolish and unrealistic move. The main differences between the two combatants' backgrounds, accomplishments, and suitability for their weight classes contributed to Venture's defeat. To start, Terence Crawford is an experienced fighter with a track record of dominating his divisions, but Ryan Garcia has never won a world title. In contrast to Garcia, who is undoubtedly talented and popular, he does not achieve the same level of recognition or success at the highest levels of professional boxing. In addition, the weight class issue poses a significant obstacle for Crawford, who is not only the two-time undisputed champion, but also a rare talent who has won all 4 major titles in 2 weight classes. Garcia has mostly battled in the lightweight class, so taking on Crawford at welterweight presents significant tactical and physical obstacles. Crawford has established dominance at this level. Garcia has never competed at welterweight, so it's hard to say how this speed, power, and general boxing technique would translate against bigger and possibly stronger opponents like Crawford. This unproven move into a higher weight class adds a layer of risk that might expose Garcia to a level of competition that he isn't ready for from a career standpoint. Crawford has always prioritized title fights and high-stakes matches in an effort to further his legacy and standing in the sport. The competitive mismatch between Garcia and Crawford cannot be overstated, and a non-title fight against an untested welterweight like Garcia does not fit with Crawford's boxing career strategy. It also offers little in the way of financial incentives or a legacy compared to the risks involved. Crawford is a technically superior boxer who can fight in both southpaw and orthodox stances thanks to his versatile fighting style. He also has the strategic intelligence to methodically take down opponents. Garcia is extremely skilled, but he has never faced a fighter with Crawford's depth of experience or strategic understanding. In addition, Crawford has already moved to the 154 PB division, where he will challenge Madrimov for the WBA title, so it is unlikely that Garcia and Terence Crawford will square off unless Kingry also moves to super welterweight. When Crawford fights Madrimov in the ring on August 3, he hopes to increase his professional boxing record to 41-0. The boxer, who was born in Uzbekistan, is 10-1 with a victory over Magom Kaburov via 5th-round knockout on the Anthony Joshua Francis Ngannou undercard. Madrimov recently talked about the hype surrounding his next fight.
Show my style for boxing fans, and maybe will be TKO.
Madoff showed his enthusiasm for the battle with Crawford, acknowledging the difficulty but also expressing faith in his own talents. The fact that Crawford agreed to the fight surprised Madrimov the most, indicating that he views the bout as a big step up in the competition. Although he acknowledges that he does not have the same depth of experience in professional boxing as Bud, Madrimov highlighted his extensive amateur background as a foundational strength. With over 300 amateur fights under his belt and experience against international competitors, he believes this vast experience equips him well for the professional ranks. In terms of his fighting style, he also emphasized that the quality and level of his early professional opponents have adequately prepared him for a high-caliber opponent like Crawford. Although Madrimov refrained from going into details during the interview, his assurance suggests that he thinks his style can present special difficulties for Crawford, who is renowned for his knockout power. Madoff stayed modest and concentrated on demonstrating his skills to boxing fans in general, but he did allude to the possibility of an outstanding performance, perhaps going for a knockout. Madrimov's remarks reveal a boxer who is not deterred by the standing of an experienced champion like Crawford and is ready to establish himself on a bigger platform. YouTuber Showbiz the Adult also responded to Crawford's comeback to the ring, expressing how much Crawford supporters have been looking forward to the fight and stressing a number of its key points.
Thunder in his hands. This Madrimov guy, WBA champion, because he won the vacant title his last fight. So this is a big fight.
He noted that Crawford is focused on making decisions that will benefit him financially, and he acknowledged Crawford's desire to take on significant battles as his career approaches its latter phases. Showbiz the Adult portrayed the fight as not only an exciting sporting event, but also a major pay-per-view draw, highlighting the fight's commercial appeal. He emphasized the fighter's impressive amateur record and his relatively recent ascent to the professional ranks of boxing, citing the fighter's WBA title victory in his previous fight, which helped set the stage for this high-profile matchup. He described the fighter as a forward slugger with significant punching power, indicating that he could present Crawford with a different kind of stylistic challenge than his previous opponents. Showbiz the Adult claims that this contrast in fighting styles could make the fight more interesting and unpredictable. In addition, the disc used the 154 PB division, where Crawford aims to become undisputed, and he talked about Crawford's potential future matchups, particularly against fighters holding other major titles in the division, portraying these as strategic steps towards unifying the division. What are your thoughts on Terence Crawford's fight with Madoff? Let us know in the comments below. Also, will Ryan Garcia fight Crawford in the future? That's all for now. Don't forget to like as well as join the channel. Please turn on the bell to receive the most recent notifications so you never miss out on videos like this. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.